Hey Virgos, and welcome to your August 2018 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to give you guys hopefully another amazing reading for your month ahead as you kind of navigate many different aspects of life and ultimately work on gaining back your strength. I feel Virgos are healing so much this month and presented with many opportunities to heal and to rise above. For sure, you are in between a lot of aspects of life, as many of the cards that you have, like four, fives, six, seven energy. You also have the two. You are not really beginning and you're not really ending. You are kind of caught in the middle of something, it feels like. Caught in the middle of a progression, halfway there, halfway to being able to move, halfway to being able to, do the changes that you've wanted in your life for a long time. And I feel like this month is a testing time for Virgo to see where your commitments are and to see your stick-with-itness, your wherewithal. For those of you Virgos who are workaholics, I feel like this is an incredible month for you to put in extra time and to enjoy the process and the organizational capacity of, developing the best routine or making the progress on your creative projects that you haven't been able to make in a long time. I really feel like this is going to be a shining month for those Virgos. I do feel like, though, that the Virgos who have been struggling with purpose or who have not really known what to spend their energy on can have a bit more difficult time here, as a lot of your experiences may come on account of other people or other people changing their thoughts towards you, and you have to cope with that. I definitely recommend that all Virgos have something that they enjoy, have something that brings them joy that doesn't rely on the actions of other people, because other people seem to be an issue this month, Virgo. I will say that for sure. You have that Five of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Seven of Wands. There's potentially conflict, confrontation, and ego mining, I feel, from other people. It really feels like other people could try to get at you or try to have you in a way that is not standing up to your morals or trying to showcase your bad side to other people. Don't let that scare you, but I feel like it's just the people that you've pulled in, or the people that have been in your life very recently, have been turning over, and you're on the way to getting new people and experiencing new people, new circumstances. And when that happens for Virgo, sometimes with your loyalty, you have to see the bad side of people to make that decision. Otherwise, you can just stay because it's comfortable and it's secure. So Virgo is definitely encouraged to see clearly, to see the actions of other people for what they are, and to not sugarcoat things or, convince themselves, oh, that person's had a hard time. I understand why they were rude to me because they've had a difficult time. Like, Virgo really has to see things for what they are. Like, if people are taking advantage of you, if people are borrowing money from you or wanting to, benefit based on what you can give them and never return anything, I feel like you have to see that this month, and you have to make concessions based on those types of things. I also feel like you could learn about secrets, or something that's been held for a long time could become easily known by you. So you might learn that friends are not who they say they are. You might learn that certain people don't have your best intentions at heart. And I feel like Virgo really has to understand like what they're looking for, what they're seeking in life. Are you seeking a type of reality where people sort of fakely be what each other wants, but it's never really that? Or are you searching to, have like career happiness, career fulfillment? It's like Virgo might think, okay, I just want an environment that's steady, secure, and easy, but in reality that comes at the price of like authenticity or realness from other people. So be careful about getting stuck up in notions of, oh my gosh, this environment is so unstable. I kind of wish that even if people had to be fake, that things would just be easier. Watch out for that. Even if things are really unstable, there is a blessing in people showing themselves, showing their temper, showing their anger so openly, because you have the ability to know their true colors. You have the ability to know what you're working with versus having it come out at a more inconvenient time. So Virgo is gaining strength based on the knowledge that other people's true colors can be a blessing because you're seeing them now, versus, things maybe being temporarily easy and having it come out at a later time. So don't be afraid to see those things, and don't be afraid to end what chapters you need to. The World and Strength are your two major arcana cards for this month, so you are having the wherewithal to turn a new leaf, to move into the next chapter. And it seems for Virgo to happen through understanding the reality of the situation and understanding who is and is not for you in your life and who is supporting you in a true and authentic way. So anyway, Virgos, I'm going to go ahead and get into the week to week, and we'll see more clearly what's coming up there. Week number 1, you have the World rooted down by Knight of Wands reversed. That truly is some wonderful creative energy for you all. So if you have creative projects that you're working on, that's sort of where I was feeling that energy in the beginning. It's a really wonderful time. So writing the book, doing the artwork, doing the songwriting, whatever it is for you, or even like redecorating, renovating, changing up your environment is very supported during that time. Anything that elicits a transformation in objects or your aesthetic feels very supported. Also, don't be afraid to tap into your creativity. Sometimes Knight of Wands reversed can be a sign that you're saying, well, I could be creative, but I could also go and do that thing that makes me money. Or, well, I kind of want to move, but, I'm more secure here. I'm going to do what feels like the herd mentality versus doing what feels right to me. What feels right to you in the first week, Virgo? What feels real and authentic and powerfully yours, faithfully yours, as we were talking about last month? It's important for Virgo to consider this versus repressing any true desires that have come forward. And it's a really natural ending energy there with the World. It's the last of the major arcana cards, so it usually represents the end of a story. So what stories need to end? What no longer is being a story that you want to continue? Definitely think about that there. Week number 2, 5 of Swords reversed, rooted down by 4 of Pentacles. So you are seeing people's true colors. Like, that's that true color energy coming forward. People are going to be quite transparent with you, it feels, and it's going to be your job to connect what that means. It does feel like there's somebody around you, whether it be a friendship or a romantic relationship, whose ego is really out of control, who wants to be right more than they want to know the truth, or wants to be a certain person for you versus just letting the relationship develop. So where are the control dynamics? Who's trying to make you be something for them? And how firmly are they grasping onto that? This does just feel like classic control freak energy to me. So this could be something that's developing within Virgo. Virgo can be a bit of a, type A personality control oriented person because you're a perfectionist and you have a certain vision that has to be adhered to. I feel like for most of you, you're experiencing this from somebody else in a more unhealthy way, but do think about what it might mean to be more flexible and more mutable or more adaptable within your thinking, Virgo, because sometimes it's nice to not have the image that you have expected. Sometimes it's nice to be painted in a different way that you project. It's very healing and very wonderful sometimes. So flirt with that and see what that could entail for you. Try to not hold on to too much. Are you holding any grudges? Are you trying to remember something really hardly, or trying to create the past again? There's something that you're holding on to quite firmly with 4 of Pentacles and 5 of Swords together that you feel like you would almost be willing to suffer to sustain. So I would definitely urge Virgo to think, why do I need to suffer to sustain this seemingly good situation? How can I be happier within this? In the third week, Virgo, you have 4 of Swords reversed, you're done by 4 of Wands reversed. So a very like a home energy. 4 is all about home and your inner sanctum, your inner sense of home. So what is that for you now, Virgo? Are you feeling nervous when you're out of the house? Are you feeling uncomfortable when you're around a lot of people? There is a movement towards solitude that I feel there, and also a message simultaneously that you have healed enough to re-enter people or to re-enter a social construct. 4 of Swords reversed can sometimes recommend that, the bed rest or the strong emotional purging that you've been going through for a long time can start to lay off a little bit, and you can, start to develop your sea legs again to certain aspects of life. So definitely think about what that could be for you. What do you need to re-enter? What do you need to try to start creating once more in your life? That is rooted down by 4 of Wands reversed, so there could have been things that fell through, or you've still been coping and, gaining your strength again. Strength reversed is your central theme, relating to a past trauma, but I know that that's sort of been your journey for all of 2018 is, changing how you react, changing what a certain person made you out to be. You have been transforming and transitioning so much that I want to see you outlining who you were, what you can be, and planning out what that does for you in the future. So Virgo's a great planner. Virgo thrives in like planning and optimizing positions. So you know, maybe write down what happened, write down the hard feelings that you still have. Write down what fell through. You know, did the marriage fall through? Did the relationship fall through? Did the job fall through? And how can you turn that event into something that really helps you to thrive? I feel like Virgo can transmute difficulties into motivations or into purpose for the future. So that's very supported for the third week. With the fourth week, you have Seven of Wands rooted down by Two of Cups. So it's a really good time to rise above confrontations. If you've been having a falling out with somebody, or if you've not been able to come to peace with certain people in your life, this is definitely a time to do it. And I feel that it starts by Virgo coming to peace with themselves, and by you seeing like how any of these arguments that you've had, or these disconnects you've had with other people, how is that also internal for you? Because whenever we attract in like a falling out or a disagreement or confrontation with other people, there is some kind of confrontation usually happening in the body, or a confrontation that has been deep within you that manifests itself. Now, obviously, that's only about half the battle, because like other people will get involved, and other people will their egos will have to also deconstruct the situation. So you know, it might start as that, but then like don't go blaming yourself for everything bad that's going wrong, but try to see the riddle that is presented, as this feels like a very strong riddle month, Virgo. Like, I love you guys, but this energy is a little bit difficult to deconstruct as I'm channeling it in. It is a riddle, and I'm trying to interpret it, and it's like a very complex language. So Virgo's doing a lot of complex patterning, a lot of complex cellular turnover, and it's very easy to maybe glitch out a little bit this month, and to also mistake certain things for certain other things. There's a chameleon type of effect, as Virgo is very much a chameleon sign. Like, you fit into every environment, you can relate to every person, and your energy has started to reflect that as well. So it can be hard to relate exactly the common fix to certain problems, because it's very adaptable. So I do feel like a good way to make this more healthy is to, yes, continue to be your chameleon self, but really forge an identity within yourself that is more consistent and more you. That way, solutions to problems in your life can become more consistent and more them, or like more obvious. Because when you're such a chameleon, when you are so many things for so many different people, when problems arise in your life, the solutions for those problems can also gain that type of concept. So you have problems, and then the solutions could be this or that, and it could be anything, but it also could be nothing. So definitely form more security, more consistency. I feel like less sporadical energy coming in, and then I feel that any problems that you have will also start to be easily solvable through developing that. And that takes a lot of strength, Virgo. It's your central theme. It's in reverse. You know, maybe it's not your job to tame someone else's beasts. I feel like there's like a need inside Virgo to like fix things, to be a fixer, to be somebody that everyone calls on to fix their problems. And even if you've already seen through that, you might see that people are still reaching out, like, come fix my problem. You're that person. You're here to fix my problems. Why am I even asking you? There's like a expectation from other people for Virgo to come and fix all of their problems. And I feel like even for some Virgos, you know, you're in a relationship or you're with someone, you're like, I can fix them. I can help them to overcome this problem. And I'm like, Virgo, you've got to yes, fix yourself. That's wonderful. But you also just need to exist. Like, Virgo's been trying so hard for so long. If you guys can just exist and find someone that you don't have to like fix a lot of problems for, help out in so many different ways, or perhaps even be a little bit helped yourself, you will feel so much more solid, and you'll be able to go into the rest of the year with a lot of more energy. This is a month where you are pulling your energy together, and you're getting stronger, you're resting. Hopefully you're moving into September with less volatility. This is a volatile energy for Virgo, with like Five of Swords, Two of Cups, the World, Strength. They're all like quite opposite energies. So you have the full spectrum this month, and the possibility to have like really high highs, really low lows, and everything in between. So when you're having that, Virgo, face that with acceptance. Face that with trust and acceptance of what feels right to you. Can I accomplish all of this now? Do I need to take a break? Do I need to take a brief hiatus? Do I need to do more? Do I need to introduce more into my life so that I don't have as much empty time and so much void time. It could go either way for different Virgos. Trust your inner voice, accept that certain other people's beasts cannot be tamed, and you will face this month with beauty, charisma, and grace as always. Anyway, Virgo, I was so happy to be here to give you this reading. If you haven't had the opportunity yet to subscribe to my channel, I would so appreciate that. Your likes and comments mean the world to me. Check out your sun, moon, rising sign, and I will be seeing you guys next month. Much love. Bye.